Hey, how's everybody? My name is Don, and today I am walking in beautiful Donaldson Park, which is in Highland Park, New Jersey, Middlesex County. The park is absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty cold out, but that's not what I'm here to talk about necessarily. I really wanted to have a conversation with people. I'm calling this channel Practical Reality. Most of my content will probably come from this spot or this park. Maybe not, but who knows? And why am I doing this? I'm just thinking about the fact that I'm getting older. Now I'm 63 years old. I have a lot to say. I think there are things that need to be said. And I would like to try to make a contribution to the general conversation out there. Something that's useful, something that people find practical, yes, but also maybe inspirational, maybe helping them sort their own problems. That's really important to me. You know, I find in my work, in my journey through life, I've met so many people, so many of them that I value, so many that I've forgotten. People that come and go, people in situations that are difficult. And of course, I've had my own share of difficulties that I have worked through. And I think the single most important thing that I want to concentrate on today is just happiness. Here I am in this park today. And why am I doing this today from this park? Because this is a happy place. If I could turn the camera around and show you what this place looks like, it's just beautiful. Always. We come here, my wife and I come here and do all kinds of activities here. Tennis, walking like we're doing now, cookouts, bicycles. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff here. It's beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful park. And I think this is the most important thing. You know, people get so caught up in their day-to-day routines that they forget about what's really important. And for me, happiness is so integral to the state of life that you're in. And I don't know if it's possible for everyone to be happy all the time. That may be an impossible goal. But to be setting a daily goal to be happy is very, very important. And I just don't see enough of it. You know, the world has become a crazy place. I really think it has. I think the world in a lot of ways has lost its way. And I think that people value other things more than their own happiness. Or maybe their definition of happiness differs from mine. But what is there at the end of the day, okay? When you come to my stage of life, I was having this conversation with a good friend of mine not that long ago. What you really want to do is give back. Here I am at 63. I've accumulated a lot of knowledge. And I feel like there's certain knowledge I want to tell others, certain things I want to tell people to help them. And you know, another thing I found, you may want to help everybody, but does everybody want to be helped? And many times the answer is no, and I've never understood that either. If you know something and you can help people with, and they don't want your help, that actually bothers me. I really want to help people, and I have to learn sometimes that when someone doesn't want to be helped, okay, fine, then don't take my help. And I can't let that affect me personally. Sometimes that actually does. I feel hurt because they won't accept my help. And I have to remember that that's their path. Whatever they want to do, that's what they're going to do. So, how do you go about finding happiness? The one thing I should say, that I consider to be the most important ingredient to happiness is love. What do you love? Who do you love? What are you most passionate about? That's one reason why I'm in this park today, because this is one thing I'm very passionate about. Helping people understand what's important and why is love so important. As far as I'm concerned, love is the most powerful force in the universe. And I've witnessed so many people who, I'm not going to say they don't have love in their life. Maybe they, again, define love differently than I do. There are certain things that they love, but I just think that when I hear people describe the way they live, and you read about articles and you see posts on social media all the time, people talking about everything that they have, their possessions. That's what they love. That's what I don't get that. Possessions are wonderful. Money is a great thing. There's no question about it. But is it more important than love? I don't think so. I never will think so either. Two people who are in love, and I don't care whether it's a man or woman, two women, two men, it doesn't matter. Love is love. Love should be created in all forms. For me, that's the highest purpose in life. We are driven by love. And one of the reasons I'm down here in this park today, even though the trees are all dead this time of year, but look around. There's life everywhere. And every single thing that's in this park, every single person, there's only a few people in the park with me today, everything is connected. You are connected to every single living thing in the world. They say the trees talk to each other. Do the trees have souls? We don't know, and we never will know. It's kind of like religion. Believing in God, can you prove the existence of God? No. No one ever can. And can you prove that the trees have souls? No. But what do you choose to believe? That's your choice. And I choose to believe that everything is connected. You are created from the same energy, the same molecules, everything that existed since the beginning of time. Everything around you is created from the exact same material that has existed since the beginning of time. And you are part of that. So how can you not feel connected? That's why, as far as I'm concerned, getting out here, being in nature, even when it's freezing out like it is today, it's like 30 degrees, it's still so important. And if you feel like you're not connected, you feel like you're lonely, come out here. And maybe you can discover something within yourself that gets you through the day. I was watching a video the other day on YouTube, a guy who turns out to be a neighbor of mine, talking about a friend of his who was actually seeking assisted suicide. And I thought, wow, he's given up. That's given up on life. Why? And I don't know the circumstances. Maybe this person has some terrible, debilitating disease that makes him feel like life is not worth living. And I can understand that. I've had feelings before in my own that maybe life is not worth living. And I discovered over time how wrong that was. And I remember taking a philosophy course in college, my final year of school. I was 22 years old, 21 years old, something like that. And it was existential philosophy. And I would say the guy who made the greatest impression on me was Nietzsche. And he basically says that your own morality is determined by you. No one determines your morality but you. And if you can look at yourself in the mirror every day and be happy with who you are and how you're acting, then you're fine. And you know something? That's completely wrong, because that disconnects you from everyone else. Here you are in the world, completely disconnected as a result of that kind of philosophy. If you are not seeking to be connected with others, and you isolate yourself and see other people as hell, as Jean-Paul Sartre said, hell is other people, then you are, whoa, almost slipped and fell. You are doing yourself a complete disservice, because everyone is out there. And the isolationism that has taken place in the past, say, 30 years as a result of the internet is the worst, most divisive force there is. Get out there. There are people to speak to. You know, I'm not the most sociable person. I'm shy. You know, I don't like to walk up to people and just say hello. And it's not easy to do either. But it's not that hard. And maybe sometime I will make more of an effort to do so, simply because it's actually worth it. If there is anybody out there that ever wanted to talk about any problems that they have, I'd love to do it. I'm a natural teacher, and that's what I think is so important. Take what you have. See, at 63 years old, the knowledge that I have, I want to give back to people. And I want to tell them how important love is. And some people say they can't find it. And yes, it's difficult. But who you are as a person is most important. Be happy with yourself and love yourself first. And then you'll find the love that you want. I sincerely believe that. And you know, I'm heavily into spirituality and meditation. I think that's so important. Everybody says how stressful life is these days, and yes, and I agree. There are stresses, definitely. What should you do about it? Meditation helps a lot. I read not that long ago, in the past year or so, that only 15% of Americans have tried meditation. It's such a shame. Even if you don't believe in the concepts of visualization and manifestation, even if you don't buy that at all, which I do believe in because it's supported by science, but even if you don't buy it, then at least what you can do is buy into the fact of the health aspects, the fact that it lowers your blood pressure and helps you to calm your mind, sift out your thoughts. Dr. Joe Dispenza is one of the main teachers I listen to. And there's an old saying that he says at the beginning of one of his videos. It's been said that you should meditate for 20 minutes a day, unless you're really busy. Then you should meditate for an hour a day. Now, I don't find an hour a day to meditate, but I do try to find at least 15 to 20 minutes every single day, just to sit back and say, hey, this is who I am, and this is where I am, and this is what I'm at peace with, and this is what I want in my life. Isn't it better off to dwell and think about the things that you want in your life, rather than to think about the situation that you're in, where you're lacking, and there are things that you want, there are experiences that you've had that bother you? Look at your future. Cast your vision into your future and try to stick with that vision throughout your day. And I think that the effects would be very beneficial. And all I would hope is that anyone who listens to this video might actually believe that as well, and might actually respond. And you know, one reason why I haven't done this channel before is because somebody's going to criticize me, somebody's going to be negative about it, and I don't necessarily want to hear that. Well, I've decided I don't care. If somebody wants to tell me that I'm crazy or I'm stupid, be my guest, okay? You have to live with your own reality. If that's the kind of negativity that flows through you, then that's your problem. I don't have it. I don't find a reason to criticize people. I find a reason to uplift them, to praise them. I give credit where credit is due. And I feel lucky for that. And I hope that maybe I can start a conversation that helps others to feel better about themselves. And if so, then I've accomplished something and I leave a legacy. And at 63 years old, a legacy is one of the things I'm concerned with. You have yourself a great day. I hope that this actually helps you.